Deep Dive with David Stendahl, where we trade without ego, no emotion, no greed, and no opinion. Before we begin tonight's video blog, please read over our trading disclaimer and remember to trade smart and accept the reality that trading futures is risky. This presentation does not provide buy-sell recommendations, and our information is strictly provided for educational purposes only. As always, trade at your own risk and analysis. Hey there, it's David Stendahl with tonight's Deep Dive. It is November 27, 2018. Tonight we're going to take a look at corn just because it's at a support level and it's showing some early signs of some support to the market here. So here's corn. The ETF is CORN. Got a mixed bag when it comes to the different trends, which is typically a good sign that there's ambiguity going on with the market and potentially there's reversals at hand. If you compile that with the technical reading, which is kind of sideways right here, which is a lot of nothing, but that means that there's really not a lot of insight to the market. So the support level that we're going to be talking about here tonight is going to even come up a little bit closer to hand, and something that actually might be early in the stage, but nonetheless something that will be important to us. So here we have a pivot low that just occurred here today, and the pivot low is one that is kind of our early stage oversold type condition. It's gotten into oversold territory and it's been in there and it's beginning to pivot. We have two different elastic level indicators. This is just the primary one. It's just simply telling us that the market's a little bit oversold, and so when we get this type of condition, we obviously have to look at other forms of analyses. So taking a longer term perspective, here's corn right through here, and we have a lazy week, and it's 10 weeks. So we've had 10 weeks of the market basically going sideways. Obviously there's a little bit of volatility, but nonetheless there's still a case where we haven't necessarily been overbought or oversold on weekly bars for 10 weeks. That's a pretty good indication that the market is at a support level and that there's likely to be some type of some action. Could be a breakdown or a break up, but we'll have to see how things kind of play out here. I'll just point out that British pound has 12 weeks of sideways conditions with the market not necessarily being overbought or oversold. We got soybeans, we've got soybean meal, and we've got down here copper. Each of these cases are the fact that those markets have not been overbought or oversold for some period of time. So with corn, we'll just simply take a look at the market and give you a better idea as to what's taking place here. So here's weekly bars. You can see that there's not been a lot of action over the last 10 bars. That yes, it's gone up, it's come back down, but a lot of nothing having taking place, and it's at this level of support right now. This blue line right through here. Now there is a lower level just below it, but I'll at least point out that at 353 and 7/8, that is the level that we're going to be looking at as far as support on a weekly bar. But it's even more interesting here on the daily bars. Here we've got a longer term support level to the market based on daily bars, and if we go all the way across, you can see that we're at that level right now. Should we break that level similar to that of the weekly bars, there's going to be a breakdown. We come down to two different levels of support for the market, one on the daily bars and one on the weekly bars. I'll simply give this level of support right through here. This cyan, this blue line right there, is at 355. So we're at 356 right now, so it's not that far away. So what we want to see is the market find some level of support. Now the systems are actually short the market because they've been taking advantage of this little sell-off right through here, and so we're watching this level of support both on the daily and the weeklies to see as whether the market's going to actually hold. If it doesn't, well, that's actually good for us, and that there's more follow through to the downside. But this is the elastic level that I was referring to. It's early warning signal, and it just simply tells us the market has gotten a little ahead of itself, and that there's an opportunity for the market to sort of base right through here. And obviously, we'd always look then at the support level. So when we're looking at the deep dives, whether it's the general indicators. Here's a pivot low. We immediately then look at the dailies and the weeklies, and that's what is popping up here on the weeklies, is that we have this little sideways consolidation, not having been overbought or oversold for 10 weeks. That's a pretty good indication that an explosive move is on the horizon. Not tomorrow, but an explosive move nonetheless is actually out there. So where we stand right now with the systems, here's all the grain markets. You can see that we're short one contract in corn. We've got soybeans short 2, and we've got wheat short 3. Each of the markets are short. Each of them have nice open position profit. This is a little misleading because of the fact that it's short one contract. So what I thought I would do is take a look at the details, and we have actually 3 systems. We've got 2 short, 1 long. There's some hedging that's going on, and the reason I'm pointing this out is that as of today we actually had a system, although it's negative, it's got a small loss. We actually have a long position that triggered today to offset some of our short positions, and that's why I'm really honing in on the support levels to the market, where we have now yes, 2 systems that are short, 1 that is long. There's a hedge position. The daily and the weeklies are the ones that are still short the market. But what's nice about our portfolio of markets, our portfolio of systems per market, is that on a short-term basis, a 120-minute bar system triggered to help offset and hedge ourselves just a wee bit when it comes to this particular market. So watch those support levels on the daily and the weeklies that I was pointing out. I'll note them in the overview for the review of the video blog itself. So simply watch out for the systems. Watch and see as to whether or not there's going to be some liquidation of the short positions, or preferably what would happen is that we'd have some more of the long system start to trigger to really hedge ourselves completely, let the market kind of go through its gyrations and be able to have the short positions liquidate when they want to and start to really profit on the long side once the market has truly found some support to the market. I'll conclude here with the fact that I added another webinar that I'm going to be doing in my series, and this one is going to take place next Wednesday, not tomorrow, but next Wednesday, December 5th, and for some reason it's not popping up. There's a delay when it comes to finding upcoming webinars. It takes 24 hours for it to pop up. So I have a new page that's actually out there that will describe the fact that we're going to be talking about, in this case, not the on corn, but we're going to be talking about a systematic trading, and it's going to relate to the S&P 500. We're going to be using a totally different system, the Condor 27, and what I'll be showing that particular system live trade next Wednesday. So if you're interested in systematic trading, well, then you probably want to take a look at this. If you're interested in the S&P 500 specific with that of systematic trading, then you'll definitely want to watch it. So what you can do while we're waiting for this to populate on our website is just simply come down to Condor Webinar. You can type that in and you'll pop up with this particular page, and then you'll be able to read up on this, be able to click on the register now and sign up for the webinar for next Wednesday, December 5th. We'll do that at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we'll talk about the system, we'll talk about its performance, we'll talk about algorithmic trading as a whole, we'll talk about environmental overlays that can be applied to the systems so that more conservative traders can be a little more precise, if you will, with the use of the system. And so all you have to do is click on that, register now. It'll take you to our GoToWebinar page and allow you to sign up for that particular webinar again next Wednesday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So with that, we'll take a look at another market tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.